Are you sick and tired of starving to death because you don't know how to make the most basic staple of the human diet, says potatoes? Well, not anymore, because today I'm going to teach you how to make bread in 3 quick, easy steps. Let's get to that bread then. Now, we're going to put in the first of the bread ingredients. 22 and a half ounces of flour. Specifically bread flour, though cake flour is an option. It's just not as tasty. For our next step, we'll be adding 2 1/4 teaspoons of salt for flavor. Presumably, you could use it without salt, but it would taste like a dry bag. And you wonder what a dry bag tastes like? I'm not completely sure. But that should end step 2. Now, to make it rise, we're going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, maybe a bit more. Though this step is completely optional for all of you big fans of Iranian flatbread out there. I know there are a lot of you in my high school. For our next step, we will be adding 15 ounces of warm water. If your cup thing is labeled, this should be the easiest of steps because you can just look at the side of it. Good enough. This step's over. You can go have an ice cream now. You made it through. And now that you're done with your ice cream, the explosive moment you've all been waiting for. Now our next step is going to be stirring the thing. Now this is a very delicate process. You wanna stir it until it looks kind of like a shaggy ball, I guess you could say. But you don't all want to see that, so guess I'll cut to something more interesting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do next is we're going to cover it in plastic wrap and leave it there for the next 8 hours. Now, 90% chance your plastic wrap will try to fight you, but as long as, you know, you have more mass than the plastic wrap, you should be fine. What we're going to do is going to go put it on a shelf of some sort for about 8 hours. See you tomorrow. Our breads rise for about 8 hours. We're going to need to knead it, I guess you could say. So I'm going to take the plastic wrap off of this, and I'm going to dump it onto this pre-floured plane of some sort. There we go. Just put this here for now. Now that's been dealt with, we're going to need to flour the bread. And, bit more. We're going to fold it about 10, 11 times, like so. You know what, I'm just going to... And after about 4 hours of fighting with the plastic wrap, I have finally gotten a piece. So now, I'm going to put it on the bread and just leave it there on a heated source, like mild heating, for another like 2 hours. We have roughly 30 minutes before our bread's ready to bake. So what we need to do is we need to preheat our Dutch oven, which is going to be the thing that makes the bread all nice and risen, as you know, so it won't be flat and just kind of sad. as breads go. So what we're gonna do is we're going to set this to 500 degrees. I'm gonna preheat it at 500 and put the Dutch oven in there. If I can just get it working. There we go. So start that. We're gonna put the Dutch oven into the actual oven. And that should be all for now, folks. I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Turn this down to about 425 before you take it out of the oven. While not mitigating all horrible burns that come from, you know, grabbing hot things unprotected, it will make them less horrible, I guess. Now that our Dutch oven's heated precisely to the surface of the sun, let's just say about that, we're going to have to uncover our bread for the first time. Oh yes, it's risen pretty high. What we're going to add a bit more flour to the bread and a bit to our knife. Now, to make sure this rises make sure this bakes uniformly and is not any more of a blob than it has to be, we're going to make a few slashes inside the bread. I personally like to do the XXX, but you know, if you got any better designs for your bread, by all means. This next part is probably the most terrifying out of all of them. In fact, it worries me so much, I had to stop talking. As we put it in, you're going to feel a bit overheated, but that's completely normal, as the oven's set to 425 degrees, and yeah, it's done with this step. It has been baked in Dutch oven. We're going to remove the top, so it's all nice and brown. I'm gonna set the timer again for 15 minutes and so, and we'll be done. It's finally over. It's finally over, guys. It's done. I don't have to do this anymore. I'm done. Cooking is finished. Oh god, I'm so glad this is over. Now all I need to do is take the bread out of here, put it on this rack, and soon I'll have a sandwich of some sort. It could be nice, you know? I don't know if I want to remove the paper.